In this video tutorial, you will create a privacy policy for your e-commerce website. We will use an online template creation page that allows us to put together a policy which complies with the GDPR legal requirements. Open a Chrome browser and then look for Privacy Policy Maker. One of the sponsored links which appears is from a company called rocketlawyer.co.uk. So we should click on Free Website Privacy Policy at Rocket Lawyer. And this takes us to a template generation page which says create your free privacy policy, and we can click on Create My Document. From here we are going to follow a number of steps, filling in information into the text boxes, making choices, and that will generate a full web page that we can use for our privacy policy. To start off with, we should give the name of our company. So that should be the name of your website. It could be your own name as the person who's legally responsible. I'm going to put in here Pets Are Us by Mr. Morton. And the website owner, we do not have a legally created company or a partnership, so we will choose to be an individual or sole trader. I'm going to scroll down to the next options. I need to have a website URL and a contact email address. So the website URL should be a proper internet-facing website. We don't actually have one of these at the moment, so we can just invent one for ourselves. I'm going to say www.petsareumm.co.uk, and my contact address will be Mr. M at petsarus.co.uk. We can edit these things later if we make any mistakes. So for example, Pets Are Us, but try to get things right first time, it'll make things easier. Having filled in all of the questions on this particular page, I can then click on Next. And you will see that as you go through each page, it will generate your policy. So for example, this privacy policy is Pets Are Us by Mr. Morton. On this second page, it is asking me for the owner's address. You can use the school address if you want. So I'm going to go for Oakholme Road. Sheffield. And that will be S10 3DH. in Yorkshire. That's all the questions we need for this particular page, so click on Next. Does our website have terms and conditions? If we say yes, we will have to supply some terms and conditions. So at this point we're just going to say no. What information will we collect from users? This is very important because this relates to what we are legally allowed to collect and what we must inform the users about. To make a sale to the user, we will need to have their name, we will need to have their contact information, and we might have to have some financial information. But in actual fact, if we just say that we're going to choose any other information to be specified, then we can cover exactly what we intend to collect. So this relates to our order form. Therefore, the extra information that will be collected will be shopping choices in cart. We could add more if there are other things you intend to collect through your order form. I'm going to click on Next. How is the information collected by the users? So this is through our order form. We don't ask them to register for an account or do a survey. We do it when we ask them to make a payment. I'm going to click on Next. So at each stage, and we're up to 41%, more and more information is added to our template. Who we will share the information with would just be our employees and agents. So in other words, the people who are picking information or packing things up and shipping them. We might have to use third-party payment providers, but probably we should keep the information as close to our own company as possible and not allow other people to see it. Why is information shared with our employees, agents and professional advisors? To allow packing and delivery of items ordered. Why is information shared with third-party payment providers? To arrange credit card payment. What will the information be used for? And it will really only be used for our internal records. So we're not planning to use it to target anyone else or pass on the information. Do we comply with any of these security systems? We don't really know what these things mean, so we should probably just say no. It would be a good idea to find out what they are and try to comply with them to make a more secure use of people's information. Do we use cookies? And we're going to say no. Will the data be transferred outside the European area? For me, with my UK-based site, I'm going to say no. If you have an international site, you would have to think about this, and it would have an impact on what data you could save. So best to comply with keeping things in the European Economic Area. The date of the policy should be the day on which you create it. So for me, that is the 8th of May 2019. And at this stage, it is going to ask me if I want to sign up to save my document. However, we do have a little trick that we can use in order to be able to copy the document without signing up. This is going to work in Chrome. If we right-click on the privacy policy preview, so you need to come down to this preview section. We right-click in the area and choose View Frame Source. A web page will appear which has all of the information from the preview document. At the top, there is a lot of information which is about styles, which we will not be using. So we should scroll down until we find the contents of the document. And you can see that the body starts here at line 12. And then there is a div class doc body. We should take the information after this opening div. So from heading 1, privacy policy, we highlight and scroll down. We take all of the information all the way down to this page here where it says page break here. So we don't want to take the page break, but we do want everything above that after the div. By highlighting this, we can right click and choose copy, and then we have all of the formatted information which can then be transferred to our expressions page. Here is my example template which I'm going to use to create a privacy page. I've already put a heading 1 privacy, and I'm going to take my lorem ipsum text. I'm going to change to code view so that I can see what I'm doing here. And I want to take all of the lorem ipsum inside article. And I want to edit and paste text, plain text, for the information that was taken from that page. If I now go back into design view, you can see that all of the information has been passed over with correct GDPR compliant information about how we will work with privacy. And then it just remains to save this page as location HTML so that it can be linked together with my other pages.